Hello, we're back here at the storage unit, as you can probably tell from the surroundings here. And today is Captain America Day. It's not really, I'm just declaring it that because that's the box we have in mind here. So, without further ado, here's Captain America on the clock.
On the clock?
Yeah, it's when you're doing the NFL draft, you're on the clock when you are ready to make your draft selection.
Oh, okay.
So here's, this is a replica version of Captain America 117. You can tell because of many things, the fact that it's in nice condition. It's $3.99, and this is the first appearance of the Falcon, but it's a reprint. The original is a pretty valuable issue. So, but there's a replica. So now this is 120, which is 3 issues after that. So this is much more indicative of what what that issue would have looked like had it been the actual issue. So you can see it's got a little weathering up here on the top. Actually, this is in pretty good shape considering the age of the issue, but this is Captain America 120.
What campus?
Probably NYU or some college in New York.
Hmm.
And here's Captain America 131. Looks like it might be a little sun faded, but your eyes are not deceiving you, Bucky Reborn. You try to throw Bucky in quite a bit as a reborn character in those days. Here's Captain America and the Falcon, and Falcon has a green and orange costume, as you can see.
In the grip of the gargoyle.
Yes. So that's 140. There's 141, another one with the gargoyle, and I think S.H.I.E.L.D. is involved in this issue as well. So it's like a nice John Romita art. Yeah, this is Captain America 143. Of course, there's a little piece of it missing, but still pretty cool issue. Captain America 144. Cap and Falcon split up. But there he is in his white and red costume as opposed to the orange and green one they were showing earlier. The one we're more familiar with is Captain America. That's Sharon Carter. And this is Hydra, as they looked in those days. That's 145. This is Captain America 150.
With that one head,
Yeah.
2 more shall take its place.
Let's go find 2 more. That's Captain America in the Files, 152 with Mr. Hyde. 153, Captain America, hero or hoax. 154, wanted dead or alive. 156, 2 into 1 won't go. This is an issue that I think was the end of the storyline of the 1950s Captain America returning and fighting the real Captain America. So that was an interesting storyline. A little confusing, but this is Captain America 159. There's 162 with Cap Goes Mad. 163, there's the Serpent Squad. That's Cobra, who is the sometimes partner of the aforementioned Mr. Hyde.
The sometimes partner.
Yeah. This is Captain America 170. 172. So this is around the time where Captain America started to get disenchanted with America, and a few issues from now he will give up his role as Captain America. This is Showdown with the Shadow of the White House. So and here's what I was talking about, Captain America 176, where he gives up his Captain America identity and then he becomes Nomad for a few issues. And it looks like I skipped to 186, which means that I don't have any of the Nomad issues. But Captain America, and of course the Red Skull.
I'm guessing they're like really rare or something like that.
They're kind of more valuable issues. Here's Captain America 194. This marks the second issue that was the return of Jack Kirby, Captain America's original co-creator, way back in 1941. But he returned to be the writer-artist of Captain America for, I think, about 20 issues in the mid-70s. So that's Captain America. It looks like it says 1984 down here, so I think that he's kind of making a reference to the book. 196, Kill Derby.
Kill Derby.
Yeah, 198, a Captain America love story. 199, The Man Who Sold the United States. 199, and the landmark special bicentennial issue, Captain America 200. Not bad.
Bicentennial or just the 200th issue?
I think it's actually a 200th issue, and I think it did come out in 1976, which is a nice coincidence.
Well, bicentennial would mean that it was 200 years after Captain America was created.
No, a bicentennial would be the bicentennial of the country, which was 1976.
Oh.
Let's see. So, oh yeah, 1976 issue. So it's an interesting coincidence that Captain America 200 occurred in the bicentennial. Okay, so more Jack Kirby issues, Captain America versus the Night People. A couple of copies of that. 202, more of that. And there's 205. No way to fight this thing. Then the city is doomed. 207, the Tiger and the Swine. 209, the Biofanatic. I don't remember if this is the first appearance of Arnim Zola, but that is Arnim Zola in his original Captain America, or an original comic book appearance.
Oh.
So, you know, they kind of gave you an idea with Zola first. If you've noticed in First Avenger, he first appears looking through like a telescope lens. So all you see is his face in a circular screen. So they did a nice shout out to his actual appearances. So here's more of Arnim Zola, and then Red Skull shows up too. And there's more of that. Okay, then we skip ahead to 220, and Jack Kirby is now no longer on the book. Now it's Don Glut is the writer, with Sal Buscema, John Tartaglione, and Mike Esposito as the artists. So there was a time they had trouble keeping a consistent writing and artist team on the book. This is Peter Gillis and Mike Zeck. So Mike Zeck actually became a regular artist of Captain America later, but at this time he wasn't really involved. This is Captain America.
Do they have a hard time keeping consistent artists and writers because people kept not feeling it?
I'm not sure what the reasoning is. Sometimes they just have trouble setting a team. I think it was because the Jack Kirby was it just was hard to follow up. But this is Captain America 232, and this is issue 233. It's Sharon Carter is apparently a villain in this issue. I can't remember if there's something more to this issue or not, but this is an idea of Dr. Faustus. Yeah, he's involved with mind control.
Oh, like the Faust story?
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, so Sharon Carter is the victim here. And then there's issue 239, which is not in great shape, but it has a cool John Byrne cover. And 243, 245. I think I'm spending too much time, so I want to kind of go through these a little bit faster. 246, it features a guy named Joe, which was a character that's featured in a very early issue of Spider-Man. I think that he might have been featured in the very last issue that Steve Ditko drew of Amazing Spider-Man, but he returns here. And I think this is a J.M.D. Mateus issue, and he became the regular writer for a while. And this is a John Byrne issue, and I think that J.M.D. Mateus was the writer at the time. And unfortunately, they only had a very short run. No, this was Roger Stern was the writer, so there's Hyde. So yeah, now we'll check. Yes, Roger Stern and John Byrne. Great stuff. So that lasted about 8 or 9 issues, which is really too bad because I really would have loved to see that continue. But there's another one of those, and this is a 255. This is a Cat's very first adventure, the 40th anniversary issue of Captain America.
Written in cursive, so you can tell it's special.
Yeah, it's got to be 255 again. Here's 260, and then 262, the Ameridroid, and this was a good story with a little bit of Red Skullduggery, trying to ruin the reputation of Captain America with a double who came out as Nomad. So he was really working overdrive there.
It's like when Doofenshmirtz tries to ruin Perry the Platypus's reputation by
different
making
Perry.
the Platyproliferator in a dog.
And here's Baron Strucker in issue 274. And 282, this is the new Nomad is in town, so this is a reprint, I believe, of the first appearance of Jack Monroe as Nomad. 288, this is an issue that follows up on the Deathlock storyline, which unfortunately I don't have the earlier issues, but that was a really good story. And this is the conclusion to that great story. 289. 290, this is issues with the Red Skull that lead up to issue 300. So
Mother Night.
yeah, so there were some pretty cool issues that led up to issue 300. That's 298.
Someone apparently failed Cap a couple of issues ago.
That was Nomad, yeah, Jack Monroe. This is issue 302, Captain America, so 304. So I'm going to gloss over these because these are just issues that are post 300. That's 309, 311.
What, did it become less interesting after
Well, it's just,
300?
I think I'm running out of time on the video, so I don't want to push it. This is Captain America 314 with the great, like, the great giant typewriter, which was a well-known gimmick in the Batman issues, I think, of the 60s. They used to have larger size props and things like that. So 315 is Captain America against the Serpent Society. Armadillo. 317 or 321 with a cool Mike Zeck cover. Captain America firing a, looks like an Uzi.
Did you say 317 because the previous one was 316?
Yeah, so I made an
Valid.
assumption. 324.
I mean, it's a valid
Yeah.
assumption.
Here's 325 with Nomad versus the Slug.
The Slug.
Yeah. 326 Red Skull, of course. And here's 326.
Red Skull
This is
in a Captain America comic?
This one's not 326, this is 328, but it's in such small print, I couldn't read it at first.
Interesting.
So, To Live and Die Under LA, Captain America.
LA
331.
like Los Angeles?
Yeah. And here, Captain America No More, where he gives up his identity again. Of course, we know he reclaims it later, but still.
Shit.
333. This is the series that introduced the new Captain America that was featured in the Falcon and
Captain
Winter
America,
Soldier.
oh yeah, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and I can't remember what his name is now. But fun fact, I think he's played by the son of Kurt Russell, so that's worthwhile.
Who's Kurt Russell?
He's an actor from the 70s and 80s
Oh,
and 90s even, but yeah.
I didn't watch enough of the show to remember what his name is, so.
It'll probably come to me hopefully by the end of this video. So if you want a copy of issue 335, I have 4 of them, so I think we can find one for you. Here's Cap 336, The Search for Steve Rogers. 337, Steve Rogers fights again. This is a tribute, I think, to the cover of Avengers number 4. So that's an interesting cover. 338, and I've got 3 copies of that. 339, Fall of the Mutants tie-in. Breakout. 341. This is another tribute cover, and I can't remember what issue it is, but
What's it a tribute to?
it's a tribute to an older cover, but I can't remember which one. Here's 342, A Viper in Our Midst. That's number 343. 344, so I've got it kind of consecutively here for a change. Captain America Surrender. 346, Ambush. Let's see, 347. So let's see, 348, 349. So it looks like in the 340s I have a near complete run. Even
And you
into-
have more than one of a lot of them, it seems.
Yep. So anyway, that's it for the first part of Captain America. So if you're interested in Captain America, this covers bronze, copper, modern, and I got a whole bunch. So please, if you want any of them, let me know, and I'll make an eBay listing just for you. Thank you. Have a good day.